One of the quickest ways to improve the outcomes in your life is to raise your vibration. And if you're like me, the first time you heard about vibrations, you're like, what the heck is this vibration stuff? It sounds too woo-woo. But I was shown years ago, I actually woke up in the middle of the night and had this visualization that showed me that as humans, we all emit a frequency, almost like a radio station. Like here where I live, 98.1 puts out country music, 97.3 puts out like pop music, but as humans we do something similar. We have this frequency or this vibration to us. In fact, Nikola Tesla has a quote that says, to better understand the universe, think in terms of energy, vibrations, and frequency. That is the secrets of the universe. Now this may not be an exact science, or maybe it is, but let's dive deeper into this whole frequency conversation. If you look at the chart I'm putting up on the screen, you'll see that there's a hierarchy of these energies, or vibrations. I'll give you an example. Years ago, I had a successful business that grew at an alarming rate, and then I lost that business in the recession of 2009. And for years, I was very depressed about it, and what I found out later was I held a lot of energy around shame and guilt. Guilt says I did something wrong, shame says something is wrong with me. And what I realized, as I'll unpack this later, is I was carrying around this energy of like shame, like how could I let this happen? What's wrong with me to let this happen? A very low vibrational energy. But as I began to unpack it, I started to move up the energetic chart. And then maybe I moved into energies of like fear, like man, I have to change my life. Something has to look better. It has to be better than what I have now. Again, a low vibration, but still moving up the energetic chart. After that, I had some desire and then even anger. I started to get mad, like, man, how could this happen? Like, I gotta change things. Anger even has an energy to it that can start to move. But when you're in these lower level energetic fields, you're also in stages of coping and suffering. Think of like suffering energy and what that looks like. Again, my hand is up and I've been there. When we're in stages of coping, we're just getting by. We're trying to do things and find things to just kind of create immediate pleasure, to be honest. But as we move up the chart, you start to move into stages of courage. And courage is an energy that actually starts to allow us to do things, to take some action. I experienced this. For years, I felt very stuck. But as I unpacked and removed these energies, I started to have more courage. And so I started to put myself out there again and started to recreate what I had created years ago. One of the biggest changes I made is when I moved into the energy of acceptance. Like quite literally, I remember having this moment where I was like, man, I have to get happy and I have to get happy right now. I need to just accept my life for what it is and move forward. But when I did that, I actually had a major shift that I was unaware of at the time because I could actually start to experience like gratitude and these higher level energies. And I started working on the present moment, the here, the now. No longer was I caught in this trap of like where I wanted to go and where I was and stuck in the distance between them. And once I could move into acceptance, I started to play again, to laugh again in life, because there's more flow about me. And I believe what starts to happen as we move into these higher energetic fields is our mind actually starts to loosen up. It's like clearing bandwidth out. Like I started to have dexterity in my thoughts and think more clearly and precisely. I was able to connect to my body more and the energies of my body. And once I was able to feel this energy of flow, my creativity opened up and I started to have better outcomes in life. Because if you look at it like this, like what we do know is that foods, different parts of the universe, like as an example, the earth has its own energy. Different foods have their own energy. Flowers have their own energy or frequency. Like different flowers have different frequencies. So why wouldn't our thoughts and emotions also carry an energy or a frequency to them? So as you change your perspective, as you change your mindset, quite literally your life starts to change. That's why a perspective shift can be so powerful. It's important to understand the perspectives that we carry by doing an audit of the belief systems that we have. Some belief systems we have help us, they move us forward. But other belief systems we have might be holding us back. As an example, I once held a belief that life is tough, you just have to work hard, and maybe you'll make it. But then later on, I started to change my belief and go, man, maybe that's not true. Maybe it can be easy. Maybe life is actually working for me instead of against me. Now when I face a difficult season, I can look at that acceptance energy and go, I'm just in this right now, and it's here for a reason. And therefore I stay in a higher vibrational state. If I didn't have that perspective, I might drop all the way down to those fear energies, those shame and those guilt energies. And over time, as we raise our vibration, I believe that we attract different things, situations, people, opportunities into our life, much like the radio signal that I was talking about, because we start to put out a different frequency, and therefore we attract different energies into our life. Like one of the things you may have heard is, your vibe is your tribe. So as you change your vibration, quite literally you start to attract different people into your life. So we can raise our vibration, I believe, by unpacking our trauma, by really taking an audit of what we're carrying, the stories we tell ourselves. As an example, when I always thought about my business, I always carried this shame or this guilt. But by going into it, by really processing and looking at that deeply and understanding the story I was telling myself, I was able to change it and go, man, like I was just a kid. I didn't have it all figured out. I didn't even know what a recession or an economy was at the time. Sure, there's maybe some things I would do different, but overall, there's no reason for me to carry shame or guilt about it. There's an example of raising your vibration. We can continue to do this audit by understanding the stories that we tell ourselves, by unpacking our trauma energy that we might be holding, changing our perspective for the better, and therefore upgrading our belief system and also our vibration. If you have more questions about this, hit me up. If you found this interesting, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, maybe some questions, some insights that you've experienced with this, and we'll chat about it. I make these videos for you, so I hope this video helped. Until next time, make sure you click the like button and subscribe. Do it right now, please. Click that subscribe button. We'll stay in touch, and until next time, peace.